Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our first marble race of 2019. Today we have 6 classic marbles duking it out in an elimination tournament. And before we get started, let's have a look at our current track. We have 3 funnels as well as a variety of mazes that will certainly switch up the action. And all our 6 marbles are ready to go in the first of 5 races, and they're off. All battling down the first funnel now. Keep in mind that places don't matter. As long as you're not last, you're still in the tournament. And Slimer gets it first down the first 3 mazes and into funnel number 2. And it looks like Coral Crusher is the last marble to be stuck up on funnel number 1. And what's this? Milky Way is now stuck in the second maze, but gets free by Coral Crusher. Coral Crusher trying to use an advantage, and yes, he passes Milky Way. Serpent now taking the lead down to the next 3 mazes. Lionfish following behind. And it looks like now Coral Crusher and Milky Way will be fighting for that last place spot. And look, what do you know? Coral Crusher passes Milky Way. And unfortunately, Milky Way is now in dead last at the moment. He still has a chance on that last funnel. Meanwhile, back in front, looks like Lionfish has the lead. Now, will he take the win? Yes, he does. Going down the Plinko maze. And he places it first, followed closely by Avalanche. Slimer coming down third. And followed by Coral Crusher. Serpent coming down at 5th. And that looks like Milky Way will be our first marble eliminated. And that leaves 5 marbles remaining in this tournament. Now for race 2 out of 5. Let's see who's going to take it. And all marbles are off in the first funnel. Round and around. Looks like Coral Crusher has the lead. He was fighting with Avalanche there. And Avalanche gets the stronger edge of the rope. Down the first 3 mazes. Serpent and Coral Crusher battling neck and neck in the mazes. The Serpent's able to keep second place. And looks like Lionfish is struggling further up. And there he goes in that 3rd maze and into the 2nd funnel. And Coral Crusher further down below takes the lead into the next 3 mazes. Followed closely by Serpent. Serpent is certainly in a much better position this race than the last race. And Coral Crusher is still keeping the lead to the final stretch. Lionfish still taking last. And let's see, will Coral Crusher still be able to keep his lead? A little bit of pressure from Slimer Serpent, but yes, he does. Going down the Plinko maze and crosses the finish line with a new record of 58 seconds. And Slimer not following that far behind. And Serpent coming down 3rd. Avalanche in 4th. And unfortunately, Lionfish just wasn't able to keep up with the competition. And he'll be finishing in 5th. There he goes down the Plinko maze. And that'll be his last time crossing the finish line for today. Now with race 3 out of 5, only 4 marbles remain. Let's see who will be the next marble on the chopping block. Round and around they go. Ooh, Serpent had the lead there, but was cut off immediately by Slimer. Ooh, but Coral Crusher makes a sneaky move only to get countered by Slimer. Slimer has a known history of making unexpected attacks. Coral Crusher struggling to keep second place with Avalanche right on his toes. And Serpent is unfortunately in last right now. Ooh, making a nice hit on Avalanche. And it looks like both him and Avalanche will be fighting for last so far. While both Coral Crusher and Slimer will be fighting for first. And Coral Crusher now in the final stretch. Followed by Slimer. Ooh, Serpent taking 3rd. Now Avalanche is dead last. Let's see, will Avalanche be able to get his revenge on Serpent? Avalanche makes his way down. Ooh, and unfortunately he's not able to get a hit there. And Coral Crusher making his way down, placing first, going down the Plinko maze. And he crosses the finish line, securing his finish. Slimer coming down a close 2nd. And Serpent just escapes last, and he'll give that position to Avalanche. And unfortunately, Avalanche will be finishing 4th overall, just shy of a medal. Here we go, folks. Only 3 marbles left in our 2nd last race. Only 2 of these 3 marbles will be living another day. All 3 marbles now on that funnel. Round and around they go. And Coral Crusher has the lead. Oh, Serpent making a cut. Coral Crusher counters it, but Serpent does another counter. Just goes to show how quick the sport can be sometimes. Coral Crusher now following down 2nd. And making it down. Oh, yes, and he makes another sneaky hit there on Serpent. But Slimer comes in and gives Coral Crusher a hit. And this gives Serpent a good lead here. Yes, he does. Struggling a little bit down that first maze. But he's able to keep his cool and make it down the final stretch. Slimer following closely behind. Coral Crusher now in last. Ooh, what's this? Slimer is now stuck on the third maze. And unfortunately, he's now in last place. But will he be able to beat Coral Crusher to the finals? Serpent has a secure spot. Now all eyes are on Slimer and Coral Crusher to see who will be moving on with him. And it looks like Slimer will be moving on. And yes, he does, finishing with a time of 1 minute and 8 seconds. And unfortunately, Coral Crusher wasn't so lucky this time, and he'll be finishing with third. Here we go, folks, the moment you've all been waiting for. We have Serpent and Slime competing in the first finals of 2019. Who's going to be our first finalist of 2019? And round and round they go. Looks like Slimer has the slight edge, and is he going to take it? Yes, he does. Slimer keeps the lead into the first 3 mazes. Serpent not following that far behind, though. Ooh, Slimer getting stuck, but was able to free himself just before Serpent came. But unfortunately, didn't help as Serpent gave a nice hit, and it looks like he now has the inside corner. Serpent playing nice defense there against Slimer. And Serpent now taking the lead into the last 3 mazes. And he gets an easy start in the final stretch. Slimer now going through the last maze. Will he be able to get a turnaround? Ooh, and unfortunately, he misses a hit on Serpent. And unfortunately, I think it's too late. Serpent has too far of a lead. Serpent just giving the edge, and he makes it down that final zigzag into the Plinko maze. And Serpent beats Slimer at the end by a whole mile. Although Slimer had the lead in the first third of the race, Serpent was able to come back and hold the lead till the end. Big congratulations to Serpent for taking home our first win of 2019. Be sure to follow our social media down below and subscribe so you don't miss a future race. As always, I'm your host, Alex B, signing off.